Hey everybody, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Traci here, and I'm just gonna bring you some stretching tonight. So let's do a Yin Yoga workout where we stretch. Maybe we'll do a little core work and just see what evolves from each pose into the next. So it's not going to be too strenuous. And if that sounds like something you feel like doing, then join me. All right, so let's start. So I'm going to have you start off. I'm going to have you come into a side plank, actually. You're going to modify your side plank. I'm going to show you your obliques run. You have internal, external obliques, and they're diagonal fibers that wrap. Think of corset strings that come around you. Try this real quick with me. Take your hands to the sides of your rib cage, and you're going to inflate your lower lobes of your lungs. You're going to inhale deeply. Let your ribs move outward. Push them out. Push your hands out with your breath. So, breathe in. Expansion. Now use your intercostals, muscles between the ribs. Exhale. Wrap your fingers together in front. I'm going to call that your corset strings. Breathe in. Now exhale. My shirt says inhale, exhale. That's funny. I didn't plan that. Honestly, I didn't plan it. Expansion, and then wrap. Use those intercostals. I'm going to take from Pilates for yoga. Breathe in. Three-dimensional breathing. In yoga, maybe you'll breathe into your belly. Now, wrap. Corset strings. Watch fingertips come together. Get deep connection. One more. Now exhale. All right. Sitting on your mat. Press top of head to sky. Elongate the space between rib cage and hip bones. And then we're going to strengthen our sides through here. Strengthen the sides of our waist. Place your forearm on the mat. Avoid being lazy. It's easy. We all do it. Rise up. Sides and neck are long. Connect from under the armpit. Wrap under your shoulder blades in your back. Go ahead and stack your knees. Stack your ankles. And then I want you to lift straight up. Keep your shoulders forward facing. Shoulders are straight in line with your hips. And then come in. Wrap the obliques like a sling. They cinch around on a diagonal. Your ribs come together. So you're going to exhale. Use your core. Come in. Exhale, 9. Come in. 8. Come back. Shoulders out of here. 7. 6. 5. Lift. Wrap. 4 more. Remember to wrap those ribs. 3 more. 2 more. Lift. Come in. Last one. Okay. Take your legs out straight. Shoulder is out of your ear. We don't want our we don't want our feet in front of our hips right now. We're going to be weight bearing. We need to be in a straight line when you're weight bearing. When you do leg lifts, sure, you could bring your ankles in front of your hips, but when you're weight bearing, single file line. Lift up. Hands behind head and neck. Lift lower ribs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep lifting those lower ribs up. 7. Use your core. And 6. 5. 4. Use your core. Chest is open. 3. 2 more. Last one. I gave up. All right. It's okay. I got tired. Stack your knees. Stack your ankles. Traditional Pilates mermaid, classical. So you're going to go ahead, reach for your 2 ankles, hold on. And we're going to rise up out of our pelvis. Lengthen up through this whole side. This shoulder drops down away from your ear. You're going to lift and lengthen. Slowly bring hand by ear and slowly start to pull yourself. Use your ankles. Open up your side even more. Come closer to your ankles and breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Really open up your side. If you have a herniated disc, I wouldn't do this. Won't make it feel too good, all right? So modify. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Slowly come up. Take your legs to the other side. Stack your knees and stack your ankles. Your bottom ribs need to lift up. Open your collarbones wide. Lift up. Shoulders are down and back, away from ears. Lift, zip up from pubic bone to navel, down. 8 more. Modified side plank. Pull those ribs around. 8. I want you to use your obliques. 7. 6. Keep your shoulders in alignment. 5. Tighten in. 4. Chest is open. 3. Scoop your core tight. 2 more. Last one. Take your legs out straight. Stack. Single file line. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Scoop in from pubic bone to navel. Those lower ribs lift, wrap. Come into a side plank. Hand behind head and neck. Shoulders away from ears. Slowly lower down. Chest is open. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, chest is open. Exhale, 8 more. That sling of your lower ribs wraps you. 7, 6, use your core to rotate obliques. 5, 4, 3, I'm on my weak side. 2 more, work those obliques. Last one, gently come in, rise up. Stack your knees and stack your ankles. Grab a hold of your feet if you can. Traditional style. Classical Pilates mermaid. Grab a hold of those ankles. Pull as a reference point. This arm's going to rise up. Stretch up. Bring hand by other side of ear. Now use those ankles and pull yourself. Rise up, elongate your entire spine. Pull those ribs apart, lengthen up. Use your core. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those ribs separate, stretch those intercostals. Breathing in and breathing out. Make room in there. One more time, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Slowly come back up. There you go. Okay, so next we're going to do a little butterfly, little Baddha Konasana. Stretch out, hip opener. Soles of feet come together. Imagine upper thighs rotating out, twisting out. Rise up. Equal weight through each half of pelvis. You're going to slowly start to stretch over the legs. Stay here and breathe. Knees float in water. Allow the knees to just gently release, dropping away from you. Soften into the stretch. Head lengthens away from tailbone. Keep stretching top of head away from tailbone. Coming forward a little more. Head away from tailbone, scoop in, root down into the bottom of your pelvis. Root down into your base chakra, color red, Muladhara. Ground and center. One more deep inhale to the center of your low back. Slowly rise up. Knees come in. Hands by sides. Collarbones wide. Shoulders down back. Windshield wiper side to side. Release back and hips. Come back to the center. We're going to go into a little straddle pose. In yin. Shake out your knees. Rise up. Thigh bones. Twist outward. Knees face the sky. Push through the ball of your foot. Flex feet. Stretch a little bit from side to side. Release your low back a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release your spine a little. Stay rooted and centered into the bottom of your hips so you're not leaning too far onto one sits bone more than the other. Return to the center. Think of zipping. Pull your core tight, lengthen. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. So think of pulling in and a lifting up sensation together. We're going to take from both Pilates and yoga. Going into the subtle energies. Stretch forward. Flex toes. Reach through balls of feet. Breathing in. Breathing out. Knees to sky. Meet your edge. Commit. And stay for the hold. Breathing into any tension, let it release. Exhale. Just go inward. Journey from within. Not competing with anyone else, just going in for yourself to get the best possible release that you can. Go as far as you can with control. Meet it, greet it, and hold it. Soften into the stretch. Keep lengthening up. Top of head, avoid rounding your spine. Keep lengthening breastbone. Head away from tailbone. If you have a pillow, if you have a blanket, if you have a yoga block, you can always bring it and just rest your head on it, your forehead. High, medium. The other way is low. Hold here and breathe. Keep the spine reaching long. Kneecaps to sky. Flex your feet. Breathe. Feel ribs expand. Back of ribs, side of ribs, front of ribs. Belly presses out. Exhale, let it flow back out. Release. Breathing in. If you can go a little deeper, go for it. Breathing out. Stretch your spine long. Just let everything go. You're not trying to control anything. Just let things be. Breathe. Witness. Be the observer. Gonna take a couple more deep inhales here. A little more deep inhale. Slowly, you're gonna walk it in. Now from here, legs come in. Little butterfly. Just release those hips. All right. Next, what I want you to do, you're going to come to your hands and your knees. From here, I'm going to have you bird dog it. Abdominals lift to low back. Head away from tailbone. Reach opposite arm. And then reach opposite leg out of your center. Tap and lift. 9, 8, abdominals draw tight to spine. 7 and 6, 5, 4. Scoop abdominals in. Keep your pelvis stable. 3, 2. Last one. Reach that hand. Grab your foot. Now lift up into that. Press your foot into your hand. Keep low back elongated. And breathe. Feel a stretch in the front of your shoulder, chest. Pectoral muscle, anterior delt. Feel the front of your hip flexor, your psoas. Keep the spine long. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release. Other side. Bird dog. Opposite arm. Opposite leg. Reach. Keep your hips stabilized. That means the 2 hip bones are parallel to the floor. Exhale, point toes, reach the fingertips. 9, 8. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. 7 and 6 and 5. Fingers reach away from toes. Keep pelvis stable. 4, 3, 2. Last one. You're going to take this hand, you're going to reach all the way back, grab your foot, lengthen, press into your hand, resist, feel chest open, feel front of hip thigh, stretch, scoop your core tight, open, breathe in, breathe out. Keep your balance, breathing in, breathing out. Good job, one more, breathing in, and breathing out. Gently release. From here, I'm going to have you curl toes under. Draw your abdominals tight to your back. Let your blades float down your back. Hold it here. Breathe. Feel those obliques wrap you like a sling all the way around sides of waist. Breathing in. Breathing out. Spine is long and neutral. Breathing in, breathing out, spine is long. Good, 7, 6, strengthen your core. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now take your right knee to your right thumb, place it on the mat. Your back foot can gently rest down behind you. Your back knee is centered on the mat. Your hip bones are forward. You would draw this right hip back, left hip forward. Bent knee side, the hip goes back, straight leg side, pull it forward so you straighten out your 2 hip bones straight to the front. Stay here for swan. Chest lifts, spine is long, breathing in. Breathing out. We want to stretch our hip, our glute, breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe this feels good to you and you want to stay here. And that's totally good, that's fine. If you want to deepen the stretch, maybe you'll come to your forearms, stay here. Your shoulder girdle's taking some of the weight out of your pelvis. In case your hips are super tight, it'll be a little more comfortable resting some of your weight through your upper body. Breathing in, breathing out. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe you'll rest your forehead on a pillow, or maybe you'll rest your forehead on a block. Stay here and breathe. Spine is long. Ribs expand. Ribs release. Inhale into the back body. Exhale into the front. Inhale into the back body. Exhale into the front. One more time, breathing in to the back of the rib cage. Exhale into the front. Carefully come back up to your forearms if you were all the way down. Give yourself a chance to release a little bit, come back out of it. Hands come in, take your back toes, curl them under. You're gonna lift up the back knee. You're gonna go into a plank. Hold it here, spine is long. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Front ribs meet back ribs. Inner thigh lines pull together. Energy from the core lifts into your low back. Gluteals are engaged. Press through the heels. Drop those heels a little bit. Energy circulates up and down through your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Balance it out through the entire body, upper and lower. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Now you're going to bend your left knee. Walk it to the left thumb. Now, you drop the left knee. Ow, I'm getting a cramp. Holy moly, hold on. Let me grab my water. Ah, that hurts really bad. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, obviously I haven't had enough water. I did runs 3 days in a row. I ran. Left knee by left thumb. You're going to take your back foot behind you. Keep the hips aligned. You're going to feel the psoas, rib out of hip. This hip is going to pull forward as the other hip pulls back a little. This back knee aims down to your mat. Stretch and lengthen upward. Really tighten your core in. Breathing in. Sometimes one side's more tighter. That's totally natural because we're right-handed, we're left-handed unless we're ambidextrous. And then we tend to like keep going on one side of our body more than the other, so sometimes you'll be stronger or tighter. Breathe. Hip bones are straight ahead. Avoid overdoing here. Keep that length. Back knee points straight to mat. If you want to deepen the stretch, go ahead and come down to your forearms. I'm going to grab my yoga block unless maybe I might use it. Come down deeper. Stay here and breathe. It's my tighter side. I'm going to try to stick it out. Acknowledge. Come to your wall. Hold. Breathe. Submit. Commit. Stay there. Let go of the tension. You want to take it a little deeper. Rest your forehead. Just avoid rounding the middle of your back. Avoid hunching shoulders or rounding the middle of your spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Acknowledging the tightness and just let it go. Scoop core tight to low back. Breathing in, ribs expand laterally. Spine is long. Get that air into the lower lobes of the lungs. One more deep inhale. Slowly, you're going to press into our hands. Maybe come up to the forearms. Maybe come all the way up. Take the hands closer together. Back toes curl under. Lift up your front knee. Take it into a plank. Spread your toes, spread your legs a little wider apart. Maybe hip width, maybe wider. Scoop your core tight. Shoulder taps. Inhale. Exhale. Core is strong. 8. Core is strong. Tailbone long. 7. 6. Head stretches away from tailbone. 5. Use your core. 4. Scoop in. 3. 2 more. Last one. Gently come down all the way now. We're going to go into a little sphinx. Feel those ribs pull apart. Shoulders are out of ears. And you don't want to squish in, okay? So you want to widen, press down into your elbows and your forearms. Stretch your breastbone forward and through. Avoid crunching your neck together. Soften, soften. Lengthen the back of the neck. Hold here and breathe. Feel some space between ribs and hips. Strengthen your spine. Create length in spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Imagine sides and neck lengthen, shoulders are out of your ears, sides and neck are long, spine is long, abdominals dome up into the low back, pull them in and up. Breathe, strengthen. You're going to combat sitting at a computer or sitting in a car driving. Lengthen your spine. So if you want to deepen your stretch, you're going to take a deep inhale here. And then I don't want you to take your hands too close and lift up too high, because I don't want to squish your shoulders into your ears and I don't want to compress your spine. So maybe if you stretch your arms further away from you first, then float up, pull those ribs apart, draw the shoulder blades, they float down the back, neck is long. Going into your seal, stay here and breathe. In your seal, deepening that extension. You'll feel your abdominals working, those ribs stretching apart. Neck is long, shoulders out of ears. Breathing in, tops of feet on mat. Making sure that you don't compress your low back, making sure you don't hike or hunch shoulders into ears. Breathing in and breathing out. Just soften into the stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. We want our back to be strong, our core to be strong, and to create length and space to decompress our spine. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Gently, you're going to lower down to your mat. Take your head down on the backs of your hands and gently rock side to side across your forehead. Cross the third eye, back and forth. Gently release your neck. And slowly return center. Bend your elbows. Take your hands directly in line under your shoulders. I want you to press up to hands and knees. Elbows hugging tight. Maybe cross your ankles. Chest is open. Collarbones wide. Inhale. Keep shoulders out of ears. Little tricep push-up. And exhale as you press up. And 8. Shoulders stay away from ears. Scoop your core tight. 7. And 6. And 5, collarbones wide, head away from tailbone. 4 more. Exhale. 3. Use your core, deepen into your center. 2. And last one. Pressing up, uncross those ankles. Sit back into your rest pose, Balasana. Stretch arms forward. Relax forehead on mat. Stretch your breastbone forward and through the arms. Maybe you'll stretch your sits bones straight back behind you. Getting this low part of the back to pull apart. We have that oppositional energy, our lumbo-dorsal fascia in the low back. Pull apart, sits bones reach to the mat behind you. Pull your breastbone forward and through. Breathing in and breathing out. Let go. Soften, breathe. Just let the air back out of the lungs. Exhale slowly, fully. Take out a deep sigh, release. One more deep inhale. Stay rooted through your center. Take both arms a little bit to the left. Feel this right side of the spine. Ribs out of hips. Stretch a little deeper. Stay here and breathe. A little variation. Feel that whole right side of the ribs stretch apart. The right side of your back stretch and lengthen. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more deep inhale. Rock back to the center. Now we're going to stretch our arms to the other side. Really stretch those ribs apart. Feel left side of rib cage open up. Release. Breathing in. Feel like your sits bones reach straight back behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull that low spine apart. If it gets really tight through those ribs, keep breathing into the tight spots. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. Pull that left side of your spine long. And slowly return back to the center. Walk your hands in. Once you walk your hands in, take both of your feet. I want you to curl your toes underneath you for a second. Bring your weight and just gently sink down into those toes, balls of feet, because I want you to stretch your feet out a little bit. So you're just kind of reaching into the balls of your feet, sink down, stretch, because we have tension in our feet all day long. Inhale, exhale, good job. One more time. Okay. Next, I'm going to have you take your feet all the way through. So you're just going to step through. Come all the way in. And then I'm going to have you come back onto your forearms. And then I want you to just feel like collarbones are wide. You're going to go onto one hip and one glute. Extend on a diagonal. Work those obliques. Inhale. Chest is open. Exhale. Wrap those ribs. 9, 8, 7. Feel those obliques. 6, 5, and 4, and 3. 2 more. Center your body. Roll onto your other hip and glute. Extend. Come in. Ribs wrap. Extend. Come in. Really feel those obliques wrapping around your ribs. Ribs knit together. 8, 7. Chest is open. Shoulders out of ears. 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Awesome. All right, come back center. Go ahead and lie down. You're going to take your arms down to your mat. And then from here, open your collarbones wide, ribs out of hips, feet are hip distance apart, tailbone is long, so this whole area stretches long. Hip bones press to sky. There's no weight in your neck. Chest opens up. Take your hands underneath you. Clasp your hands together. Keep pressing hips to sky. And stay here for a bridge. Stay here and breathe. Collarbones wide apart, so there's no weight in your neck. If it's too much to have hands clasped, just keep them down by your sides. Press hip bones to sky. Make sure your knees avoid splaying out. Keep the knees in line with those hip joints. Keep your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. Everything is aligned. Knees are aligned over second toes. Let's work on that knee patellar tracking. Breathe. Scoop in. Strengthen. Stabilize. One more deep inhale. And float arms up. And just roll through the center. Peel down to the tailbone. Excellent. Arms come by sides. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Cactus your arms by your sides. Slowly, you're going to do a little modified spinal twist. Slowly twist to the side as your knee comes closer to the mat. Maybe keep head neutral to the center. Widen your collarbones. Anchor point is this opposite shoulder back here. Breathing in. Deepen the stretch. Head looks away. Or keep head neutral. Or turn towards the knee that's towards the ground. Whatever feels right. Stay here. Feel this side stretch. Chest is open. Feel a slight pulling as the ribs pull apart and the hip bone drops a little bit more out of the side of your rib cage over here. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Soften. Little modified twist in case it's bad for you to do twisting in your lumbar spine. You would do less of a twist than this. Maybe you'd keep your knee up here so your hip bones face the sky. You could still do it, just you wouldn't do it as far. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Return to the center. Float knees. Okay, knees are in tabletop. 5, stir. Stir your knees apart. Come back in. Stir the knees apart. Come back. Sink that femur bone, thigh bone deeper into the acetabulum, the hip socket. 2 more. Scoop in. No motion in your pelvis. Only leg moves. Reverse 5. Imagine axial elongation. Head lengthens away from your tailbone. 4. Spine is long. Avoid arching back off mat. 3. Lengthen your spine for control. 2. Last one. Feet come down to mat. Cross ankle over knee. Cactus your arms. Chest open. Slowly start to sway. You're opening rib out of hip. We're not going to completely twist our spine off the mat. Keep the shoulder down and back. Neutral. Look away. Harder. Look forwards. Easier. Neutral is probably easiest. Slowly just stretch. Pull it apart in here. Breathe in. Soften. Just let things settle. Pull apart. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Try to get those ribs to open up. Stretch. One more inhale. And softly release. Exhale. Slowly return to the center. Gently curl up. Inhale. Right into the center of your back. In between your 2 shoulder blades. Exhale. Release. One more time. Head lengthens away from tailbone. Peel up. Exhale. Release. Slowly you're going to stretch Supta Baddha Konasana. You're going to take the bottoms of your feet. Butterfly. You're just going to allow your knees to drop out. Palms to sky. Let those hips just fall and release. Now think of your 2 hip bones narrowing straight together in front. Transversus abdominis, the hip bones narrow together in front. And allow the back of your pelvis to just widen and drop. Release into the mat underneath you. And stay here and breathe. Feel ribs expand 3-dimensionally. soften your sternum. Let the breastbone just gently fall. Complete respiration. Get all the air out of the lungs. Get all the carbon dioxide, all the toxins to get out of your system. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Softly exhale, release. And we're going to come into our Shavasana now. Slowly just extend the legs out. Palms to sky. Relax just wherever the legs fall. Palms to sky. Just let your body release into the mat. Just take a moment. Everything you did today, let it sink into your system. You don't have to do anything. Just relax. Connect inward. Feel how your body sinking deeper into your mat, connecting you deeper into the earth, rooting you, grounding you, helping you be calm and centered. One more deep inhale here. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bringing that physical awareness back into your physical body. Lengthen arms overhead. Take a deep inhale. Really feel your entire spine stretch long into the mat. And if it's possible, I want you to turn to the right side of your body. Turn onto your side. And just take a moment. Find your center. Take top arm, push into the mat, lift your body up. Gently come into easy pose, Sukhasana. And then we're going to close out our practice together here. Just feeling that blissful grace for just taking time to reconnect, to just slow down and breathe. And that's it. Slow down and breathe. Thank you. Breathing in. Hands to your heart with awareness. Appreciate you all. Peace. Take care. Bye.